Hello, it is SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video. We got a double dragon team and Cloudsire. We have a lead up against the Swampert, and we're gonna Icy Wind. I do like using Icy Wind more than Avalanche, just able to take less fast, smooth pressure, and just survive a bit longer. Going to throw a Dragon Claw to get a KO or a shield, and the knockout has been gotten. I should have thrown that Dragon Claw, but I'm going to save the energy and go to the Icy Wind before probably swapping into Cloudsire. But I'm just a second too late. A half second sooner and I could have gotten the swap, but they're going to bring in Knockdown to save the Dunsparce, and I'm going to bring in the Cloudsire. Gonna have Dragonair close out the battle. It's a Psychic Knockdown. That is something you don't see every day. I didn't even know Knockdown got Psychic in Pokemon Go, but now the Psychic is not enough damage to take me out. And I do not want the Dunsparce to have energy, much energy to gain, although the Knockdown has another move. But Dragon Breath takes out the last two Pokemon. Dragonair is a fantastic cleanup Pokemon. And we have another water ground type. The Quagsire this time. Not going to be able to spam us with Hydro Cannons, although Mud Bomb's going to be a bit more annoying. So I choose to bring in the second Dragon. And they're going to Stone Edge, which would have hurt like a truck against the arctibax. I get the KO, and they have a Vigoroth, which that is something that would wreck the Ice type. So let's bring in Cloudsire. And I should have waited a bit to get the timer up, but now we can bring in the Dragon for the Gligar to counter it. Dragon Claw goes unshielded, which is actually kind of fine. Gonna be forced to shield the dig. Gonna throw another Dragon Claw, probably get a shield, which is nice. And they're gonna save a move, and we're gonna Icy Wind so they can do the less damage against the Cloudsire. Oh, this is close, but they have move priority, and it's a dig ready, and they take the win. Wow, that's close battle, well played by them. We have an Ice type, a Polar Bear, and they swap into Medicham. Though once best counter user, now not as powerful with the second Psychic debuff for consecutive season in a row. That Psychic before the second nerf would have definitely brought me about half health. But now I can comfortably survive it. And counters basically doing 0 damage. Although it is adding up the shield. And then let's bring in the arctibax for that Polar Bear. Bring back the matchup that my opponent did not want. And I barely reached to a Dragon Claw to get a knockout. And we have an Ampharos in the back. Well, it would have been amazing to have the Cloudsire for this, but Dragonair is gonna do. Gonna time the move so I can throw with important energy gain, although 1 HP in a dream. Am I gonna have needed that shield? I do reach the Aqua Tail still. There is hope, and I catch the move on Cloudsire and Dragon Tail. Dragonair takes the win with the Dragon Breaths. Close battle made closer because I had to use a shield for the Brutal Swing. But now we have an amazing lead up against the Lantern. Gonna resist both moves and debuff them so they do even less damage. And in Retro Cup, not having to worry about the steel types, the fairy types. It leaves this team to do so good because Dragon Breath is such a powerful move. And gonna quickly have swapped into the second dragon for this counter user. Didn't want to get taken out just yet. Aquatail gets a KO, one Pokemon down for them, and they bring in and reveal the Shadow Victory Bell. Another very powerful Pokemon with the amount of water types and ground types that are very powerful. And I try to catch a move, but they are smart and don't throw just yet. I do still survive a surf comfortably. And now with 2 moves ready and 2 Pokemon remaining, they're as good as toast. And the shield just prevents any silly business. I'm not sure if Leaf Blade would have been enough. It would have been close if it wasn't enough. Now we're facing an opposing Dragonair. Cool. And they bring in a Croc that does not want to see the Earthquake. Although, respectable damage from Shadow Ball. I'm capped at energy, and they get my shield with the Disarming Voice, unfortunately. Although I didn't want to risk a heavy hitting Shadow Ball to go through. Didn't want to get taken out with all this energy. But they get taken out from the Earthquake. And I reach this Sludge Bomb for some important damage. It will scare them into the third option, Talonflame. The third member of the team. Gonna shield up an important fly. And I'm gonna catch the move. The flame charge. Oh, it's a fly. Let's go. Am I gonna get the last shield? Are they gonna put the hope into Talonflame? Nope. Dragonair gets the Dragon Breath down. I do have 2 moves. Just about. But Dragon Breath is enough damage to go out on top. And we got a bit of a trickier matchup of Frostlass. Nothing really wants to see this. Ooh, triple Axle being shielded. Definitely gonna have to commit both shields for this. Actually, I just get the Dragon Breath down. Let's go. Now, it's a Charizard. Not too bad, but to shield, yes. Gonna continue using the Dragon Breath damage, and Dragon Claw is ready for this fake dragon look, the most dragon looking Pokemon that's not a dragon type. And time for my second dragon. And they are toast. Arctibax put in the work, hard carried that team, that battle. But the team worked together. Now we got a Trailblaze user. Or they're just going to actually go for Body Slam. They're going to swap into Altaria and able to avoid a second move, getting hit with the second move. Now my second dragon user comes in to avoid them throwing a second move. And we find a Lantern in the back. Lantern and Oinkoloin. We have the facilities to deal with that. I would love to be able to get the Dragon Breath down. And I am going to shield because the Dragon Breath damage is just too nice. Although they bring back the Oinkoloin, 2 shields remaining. And now they're going to Trailblaze. Are they going to be able to boost their attack enough to chip away at this tank of a Pokemon? Are they going to try and bring in Lantern? There no shields remain. They're going to be taking me out. But that opens the job for a Body Slam knockout from this Dragonair. Just one too many moves taken on that Lantern. And now we have a Jellicent. Okay, Jellicent. Not terrible. Gonna be debuffing them to avoid extra damage from a Shadow Ball. And they don't want to shield. So I don't want to shield either. Shadow Ball would have done so much more had I not debuffed them. And I am wanting to shield to save all this energy more comfortably. And it's a double kick user. Big hitting fighting fast move. But I am able to survive long enough to get to 2 Dragon Claws. And now it's the double kick's doing pretty much nothing into this poison type. Payback is puny. Sludge Bomb and gets a shield. We both swap at the same time. Had they swapped sooner, they would be in a commanding position. But I have the high ground. I have the Dragon Breath damage. They did have the shield, but Dragon Breath damage just would have been too much. And I just was able to get them knocked out too soon. Now we have a Gligar in the lead. Definitely what I want to have up against Gligar, although it's a Night Slash user, so that is moves being thrown faster. Able to get the debuff on them, and Dig is not as worrying now. Dragon Claw gets them just low enough, but they do survive just long enough for a Night Slash. And with minimal farm for the Poliwrath, very, very helpful. Definitely would have, they definitely would have been better off with the energy they could have gained by countering down my Arctibax. So now they bring in a Warriors, which is actually a kind of a big problem for the team now. Yep, no, don't want any of that business. It's okay, it happens. We got Venusaur to deal with. They're going to get to a move in time, and I should have shielded so I could take less damage from the second move. So instead, let's go for the cheaper, still good damage, Dragon Claw, and they get taken out. No shields used. 1 knockout for me on them because they have an Incinerate user. Now, I know from experience, Dragon Pulse is a move that I'd have to worry about. But they're going to debuff me, and I can just swap into my Dragonair. And I'm going to get some damage before swapping in, and it is, Dragonair just too much for what they had in the back. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button. It turns blue. Subscribe for more content. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.